Hello, my name's Rick and welcome to Rick and his van. This video is going to be a tour of my van. I don't think I've done one since it's been completed, or pretty much complete. So excuse the traffic noise that you can hear in the background. I am at home on the driveway. And let's get to the video and I hope you like it. So first things first, I'm just going to show you the back of the van set up as it would be for the daytime, really, when you're just sitting down chilling out, with the bed made as the sofa or the couch, and the kitchen area as it is, all nice and clean. So a little bit more about the van. It's a 2015 Fiat Doblo. The front cab area is pretty much standard. I've not really done much to it at all. In fact, I've just come back from a camping trip in Wales, so it does need a clean in the front. It's got a little bit grubby. But apart from a new stereo, a double DIN thing which helps with sat-nav. So as you can see there, I have done a video on that. That's my stereo. And apart from that, it's very standard inside the front. I've also built, and it's not finished yet, is this cubby hole up the top. This is where I put the pillows and all the bedding. That just goes over the driver's area. I'm going to carpet that so it's the same as the ceiling. But for now, that's locked solid on there. So as you can see, here we've got the sink area and the worktop. The tap. This was a tap that I got off Amazon for £11. It's USB powered. USB just plugs into the back there. And this just supplies me cold water, so if I did want hot water for washing up or washing my face, then I'd have to boil some water up and just pour it in there. But this provides a fairly steady flow, and that hasn't been, no, it's been charged once since I've had it. The battery power lasts forever on that thing. Let's give a little bit more information about the bowl. The sink was a dog bowl from Pets at Home. That cost me £5, and then the sink draining attachment thing there and the plug was like £4 from Wickes. So I simply drilled a hole out in the middle. Bob's your uncle. Little sink. The water simply goes down into here. So here's 5 litres of clean water. And that goes into 2 5-litre tanks of wastewater. So that's what's in that cupboard there. In the next cupboard, this is sort of where I just keep a bit of everything, really. I've got cups, cooking pans, cooking utensils, knives and forks, some juice, little bits of food, some noodles and stuff like that, some all-in-one coffees, the well-used and respected Ridge Monkey, which never lets me down. I've got a plate in there and a frying pan around the back. Got some tiles there. They were in a video as well. They're from the pound shop, adhesive tiles, and I think they look really, really nice. Just edged them off ever so slightly there with some sticky edging, and that's the kitchen area. Moving up slightly, this is from IKEA. This is £3 from IKEA. Just use this just to put a few bits and bobs on, my mobile phone, things like that when I'm set up on camp. Then just under here, they've been screwed in underneath, so if you wanted to get one of these off, which way, they just drop off like that, so you can get your tea bags out. Usually have coffee in there, and then we've got sugar and some more tea bags in there, and they just screw back on like that. Up here, this is meant to be for a car to go down the by the side of the door. I just keep my mug in there, some bits and pieces like condiments and stuff like that, some more coffee and some more sugar, I do drink a lot of coffee and tea when I'm out and about. There's the Therm Plus, so that tells you the temperature. At the moment it's 20, so that's pretty nice temperature in here at the moment. Obviously the fire extinguisher would not be cooking without one of those at hand, and there's my light switch there for my lights. So that is the kitchen area. One thing I did forget to show you earlier on, iPad on the wall. That's what I use for television. And just to the end of the kitchen unit, we've got the extendable unit. Now this is where I usually put the cooker when I'm cooking, purely because we've got the door there, so bit of ventilation. So that's the kitchen area. It's amazing what you can put together, really, but if you knock it up. The materials that I used for the kitchen was, it's not actually a wooden worktop. It was made out of wet room, sort of like a plastic wipeable wet room, like PVC, if you like. It's really lightweight, a little bit difficult to drill into and actually get the screws to grip, but really lightweight. That whole thing weighs next to nothing. I think it's probably lighter than a sheet of plywood. So keeping the weight down, saving on fuel. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to close this door. So these were off Amazon. I think I got 4 of those for, I'm going to say about 12 quid. There I'll just keep my washing up liquid, my deodorant and my toothbrush, toothpaste, flannel for when I'm out in the van. So that's tucked away. Just down the door pocket there, I've built like a carpeted shelf, so I can put stuff in here. Doesn't matter what, usually I put my shoes in there, but you could put tins of food, I guess, and stuff like that in there, but ultimately that's just for where my shoes go. Moving round. So that's long enough for me to stretch and put my feet out on. And this is like the L-shaped section. I built this kind of bench thing here. This is where the extra pillow goes, so you can sit there, pull that up and use that as a little table if you like, so you can sit there and have something to eat. The other day I pulled up at a service station and had my Burger King while sitting there. This bench also slides all the way out, and you can use that and sit outside on it if you want to. Moving to underneath the bed, what do I keep under here? Well, that's just a fan. Not going to need that anymore because it's coming into winter time. Toilet, the second part of the toilet. Now, use your imagination on how that gets used at night time by me. Pull the bottom bit out, slide it out, usually out to about here. There's a little tube in there and you can do your business. If you do have an emergency and you need a number 2, then you've got to just build the thing together, push this all the way back, which goes back in like that, and then you can do your business. And then I've got a cooker under there, and then the mattress topper just over there, and that's all under the bed. The van again. So, still got to finish this bit off. I've got some edging strips that I'm going to put. There's still little bits that need to be done, but some edging strips just to go on there, just to neaten that up a little bit, and a little magnet to keep this closed. But ultimately, this is a little cubby hole where I can get access easy to my little stall and get access to under the bed from the back of the van if need be. The back door, if I want to sit down, I can sit outside here. Sit outside and put your coffee on there. Sometimes I put my my cooker on there and do some cooking. As you can see, the van door's open all the way round, so it's quite handy really. It gives you quite a bit of room. So that's the back. Also got more of those stowaway nets there for putting stuff in. They're brilliant. Little camera on the roof so I can see what's going on from the car stereo when I'm reversing, and I can actually turn that on if I was in the van at night time and you get the dreaded knock. I can actually, if they're at the back of the van, I can turn that on. It's got little lights on it. It lights up and I can see who's outside. So basically, roof box on the top. Now it is quite tall, it's quite difficult to get into, but I can manage it. I've got a little step. And what I keep in there is like a chair, a table, the toilet tent, the shower. What else have I got in there? Little things like that, and you can put your clothes in there when you go away, so then you can keep the living area nice and clean and tidy like that. Right, let's show you how the bed pulls out. This will be interesting. It's fairly simple. It's just a slat bed which just pulls out. So let's go. Just like that. Easy. And there you go. It's fairly small, but it's functional, it works, and it's fairly comfortable. I do need to get some covers made for these, but that's big enough for two people. You can quite comfortable have a night's sleep or two in there, and it is actually a mattress as well. It's a full-on mattress that I've got, come from IKEA, and it works an absolute treat. Just a bit. You're probably wondering what I use for power, because I don't have an inverter and a leisure battery inside the van. So you're probably wondering how I have a fridge in there, what I use for lighting, how do I charge my mobile phones, etc. Well, for hot water and making a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and cooking, it's just simply done with gas. I don't have an induction hob or anything like that. It's just purely done with gas. So that's how I heat the water up and do the cooking. And lights, well, they're in the ceiling. They are, again, another Amazon purchase, cheap as anything. I think they cost me about 20 quid for 4 LED USB powered lights, and they don't use any power at all. You can run them off a battery pack. They are so minimal in their usage, it's unbelievable. And charging my phones, I'll show you how I do that now. So here is what I use for power. This is the Soiree, or I think they also call themselves Boden's power pack. It's 166 watts, so it is by no means the most powerful thing out there. Certainly not as powerful as the EcoFlows, but that is a next purchase for myself, is one of these EcoFlows, because I've heard great things about them. But this thing's got a lot on it. 3-pin plug can go in there. So ideal for charging laptops, mobile phones. It does use more power if you use the 3-pin plug. But you've also got 3 USB connections up the top there. You've got the fast USB at the top and 2 USBs down the bottom. So if you've got a Samsung or an iPhone and it's fast chargeable, then use the top one, charged in no time at all. And then you've got some 12-volt outputs there that you can use. So for that one, I plug in a cigarette converter, and I use that to plug in the fridge or the cool box, electric cool box, or charge this while I'm driving in the cigarette lighter in the car. It's quite sleek in its design. It's quite lightweight as well. It doesn't weigh an awful lot, and the quality of the build is quite good. It's sturdy, it's solid. It's made out of this sort of like nice aluminium, or I don't know quite what it's made out of, but it's quite light but quite strong. Get a nice carry handle, a non-slip, we can take that off actually, a nice non-slip bottom to it as well, and that is quite a nice bit of kit. The display's fairly good. It simply just hold the button down and it turns on. It gives you a battery indicator of how much battery's left. You press the power button once more and it switches it to AC power, so then you can start using your 3-pin plug. You've also got a light on there, which also has the SOS flashing on it as well. That's it. It's also compatible with a solar power panel, which I do have, which I put out and charges it up as well in no time at all. In all, it takes about 2 hours to charge up, and it says that it's got about 2,000 cycles on it, so it can be charged about 2,000 times before it starts depleting of all of its power, and it's probably a good idea to start looking for a new one. So for mobile phones, absolutely brilliant. This thing can last me 3 days, and that's charging my mobile phone every single night and running the lights in the ceiling. And here are the lights in the ceiling. These nice lightweight aluminium LED downlighters, and I've got one there, and one there and one there. So if we were to look at them, yeah, you can see that. For the fridge, I haven't got anything too fancy. It's just a cool box. Usually I stuff that down in the footwell if I'm on my own of the passenger side of the van and just have it plugged in so it's running. I don't go overboard with buying cold stuff. The most important thing is to keep the beers cool. But I'll buy as I go along, so there's no wastage really. So yeah, it's fairly simple. Just keeps it nice and cool when I'm driving down the road really. Powering it overnight can be a bit of an issue, but if you keep it topped up during the daytime, it should keep everything cool overnight, and then I'll use it in the morning. So my milk, I don't use milk really, because I use the 3-in-1 coffee sachets, so I don't really use milk much. It's just purely for bacon and sausages, and like I say, just to keep the beers cool. Neither of those three things last very long in my company anyway. So that's it. That's a whistle stop tour of the van really. You've seen it in the videos, you've seen how it works. I've just shown you there how it all goes together when I'm out and about. Just a whistle stop tour so you can see what I've done to it. I'm very proud of this little van. It runs like a dream, it never misses a beat, and the Wales trip was just fantastic. I loved every minute of it, and I cannot wait to go again. Hopefully in a couple of weeks time, me and the wife are going to be going out in it, so that'll be good fun. And that's it from me. Quick video, hope you enjoyed it. Please forgive me because I'm getting used to using a new camera that I've got. So I know that it's going to pick up this main road and it's going to be very loud. But hey, what can I do? That's where I live and that's my driveway. So anyway, thanks very much for watching again. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down in the comments box. I'll be very interested to hear what you think, and if you've got any suggestions of anything else that I can do to the van, then let me know. But for now, thanks very much for watching. Oh, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I've gone up about 11 in the last week, but the percentage of the people that are watching the videos to the people that are subscribing, I really could do with a few more. So please click the subscribe button and click the bell notification, and you'll get notified every time I do a new video. For now, laters.